momentum ahead of the All-Star break. And Mystics fans filing in. Here we go. Washington and Portland Mystics control the opening tip, 12-10. They're sitting in 7th place, just a few games ahead of the All-Star break. This is their usual starting five, and they love to go to the interior to start things off. But pump fake and Onyenwere shakes loose. Area Finn going for the board. It's a jump ball.
Well, you saw Portland start the game in a man-to-man defense. They have been looking to improve in that area in terms of
Washington, of course, the 4 overtime victory the last time these two met. Amor played sparing minutes in that game after injuring the right knee. Whip to the corner. Area Finn for 3 off the mark. Onyenwere flying in.
And you also have to maximize possessions, but also Georgia Amor missed a cross match there. Shakira Austin was wide open on the slip cut. So they have to look for that moving forward offensively.
Fire playing without Megan Gustafson. Sarah Williams getting her first start at forward.
But they're just probably going to pack it in a little bit more with Sarah Williams staying more on the interior for the Fire.
Austin taking it right to Williams off the glass.
And did. And she needs to continue. And that's why I said, you know what, they've got to punish that painted area early and often until there are some adjustments made defensively by the Fire.
Now, Austin had a quiet night in the first meeting as the former Mystic Angsler gives it off to Barker, who gets the shooter's bounce on the dribble.
Yeah, Shakira Austin, though, even though she'd have a career-high 6 assists in the game, and she was just fantastic in terms of her playmaking ability.
Fantastic ball movement. Onyenwere can't capitalize. Also had 13 rebounds in that game. Late hounded by Amor. The defense, it's a foul. And the continuation.
Well, Carla Late has scored more than 10 points in 12 consecutive games, and she has been the reliable offense in this game. Washington, 30% snatchers of their offensive rebounds, and that is second best in the WNBA, as well as just under 10 offensive boards, but concise defensive rotations as well. You can't overhelp on this team because they love to get a piece of the paint and spray it out, but you can't commit too hard in those gaps.
Back into Austin. Split the double team. Continuing to work, but lost the handle.
Trying to take that pace and space away from her in there to create.
Angsler throws it away. Alex Sarama does. Thrown right into the hands of Carlton. Carlton transition, triple, no. Angsler flips it back. Late was there. Barker, baseline drive, up and under.
She didn't play in that last game with Washington. She was out. But I tell you what.
Amor, the floater goes down.
And that's the pace that Washington wants to play at. We're talking about Fire wanting to play with pace, but so do the Mystics. And Georgia Amor saw a sliver of space and decided to attack it with the float game.
Mystics fans, take tonight's game to the next level with Monumental Game Center. Receive live betting odds from Bet365 code or visit monumentalplus.com/Game Center to get in the game. Austin, the spin.
A really good job by Onyenwere to hold the cut. 3-point striker. She can space the floor, keeping that defender honest on the strong side. And it's fun to watch that, right? If I'm a 10-year-old boy or girl sitting in here, I'm learning from the fun that
into her game's career numbers. She's been averaging 19 points per game over the last 4 and really showing why a lot of us in the district believe she should have been an all-star.
Yeah, and 4 of 10 from 3 during that stretch and shooting 51% from 2 during that stretch. So she has really hit her stride as of late for sure.
Late, or as long as this one doesn't get too late into the night. Amor right downhill and draws the foul. That is so smart from Georgia.
Yeah, she knew that she had an advantage there and continued. No one stopped that straight line drive to the cup, so she said, guess what?
Out in June, they were having some defensive issues, felt like they got away from their defensive principles, have started to shore that up here in July.
Because of the CBA and the dates weren't out yet. So, you know, those of us who have had to book venues and get flowers and all that stuff ready, you can't back out of those bookings. So she is getting married this Saturday, so congrats to her.
Yeah, congratulations to Megan and David, her fiance, as Carlton holding up her end of the three-point shooting.
Well, she makes 2.5 of those a game, and you just have to know where she is. I mean, just what a journey she has had, and she has written an op-ed about her advocacy of mental health and how important that is to her, so levels to that.
Strong take from Onion. Favorite things about athletes in this era is the willingness to talk about mental health, as Carlton misfired.
They're getting those shots up. Carlton wants to get those. She just hit one in transition on the last possession.
Barker able to get downhill, and a blocking foul on Onion Were.
And that's what Barker can do. I mean, she played at Alabama. She scored 45 direction if you want to, but if you're not established as a legal guarding defender, she's going to make you pay.
Barker also missed a game. Her brother got married, Braxton, and his new wife, Eve, and she's back on the floor. Early 7-point lead for the Fire as Barker getting down on the block, too strong.
Really good stick arm defense there by Sonia Citron, walling up right there at the rim.
Late top of the key, in and out. Flores played monster minutes in that.
Yeah, William, because she couldn't take it, she was off balance on that one. But it was a good look.
Late springing loose over the outstretched hands, all Betts had to do.
But you can be disruptive by getting 2 straight arms up in the air.
Ariafin tried to hand it off to Citron. Another turnover committed by the Mystics.
Too tight spacing there between the two of them. Beat that like a drum, Kiki.
Oh, and then gonna pick up the offensive foul as Barker ran right into it. She's still down on the floor being helped to her feet. Good sign for her. Ariafin picks up the foul, and the ball
Diligence to locate early in transition, specifically on those triples. You see some zone here by Washington.
Good ball movement as Late gets past the defense. Too strong, and a foul called again. Ariafin had just picked up the foul prior to the timeout as Cody McMahon is going to get her first.
Yeah, those are those long run closeouts and rotations, and that's why that was one of the keys. Be concise in terms of being, because now you have more space to cover. But I think that's what happened with Cody there. She tried to rotate along that baseline and got there just
Huddle, what did you pick up in that last timeout?
Coach already is instilling some certain things tonight. He said pick up.
No, they know. And that's exactly what needs to change for them. They have to make that adjustment.
Laura dumps it inside, tapped away. Booner tracks it down.
With her top leg in front to seal and lock in there. Didn't let her set up.
Betts, thought she got all ball. Instead, going to be whistled for the foul. Sorry, the 4th team foul on the Mystics here in the quarter.
Let's take a look at
We've seen that from Betts a couple of times this season.
Right there, she's driving like that to the basket, so you're going to try to slow down and get that arm in.
Citron, count it, plus the foul.
Fantastic patience right there by the Washington Mystics coming down. They blitzed Shakira Austin in the coffee in the fray. Finished right there nicely at the rim.
Citron is coming off of a career low, just 2 points. Things well that contributed to the win.
Yeah, she was a plus 19, the highest on the team, so you don't have to score all the time.
Booner laced the 3, and that's what's so here this season.
She's embraced it, and she wants that for herself, and everyone wants that for her, but she's continuing to get incrementally better, 1% better if you will.
Grabs the rear at this quarter.
Better defense, number one, and we've talked about that, but on the offensive side, they just need to get into earlier offensive opportunities and take care of the basketball. Because, I mean, I know that was a deflection, but had she gotten that deflection with the outside hand, they would have been going the other way. She got it with the inside hand and it went out of bounds. But you got to fake her pass to make in the passing lanes. You got to use that against them. Back screen here trying to get Prosper free.
Citron has to let it go at the buzzer. Air ball shot clock violation. You mentioned
they're playing the pick and rolls a little tighter. Those dribble handoffs, they're up and over the top there and getting those hands in the way. And those deflections, that gets disruptive and disjointed for you if you're the Mystics.
Carlton already with a couple of three-pointers. Out to Engsler, lets the defense fly by. Good closeout from Austin to Williams. Avoided 2 players for the lay-in.
Well, even though Austin got off of her feet, I thought that she recovered nicely and was still able to get back down inside. But right now, Portland is
taking a timeout just 1:06 into the corner as Austin laid a huge screen at midcourt. Sachon can't capitalize. A battle for the ball. It belongs to Portland. The defense for Washington has been the calling card. Juliana, how do they get back to that?
Hey guys, well the Mystics team is normally one of the strongest elite teams in the league on defense. They own the 3rd best defensive rating in the league and it's been fueling their win surge. But they have to stay true to their defensive habits tonight. And Coach Sidney pregame told me that sustaining that level of defensive intensity comes down to intentionality. It's not only about...
Thanks, Juliana. Looking for some intentionality on offense as well. Into Iriefin, taken away. Late's been leading the charge for the Fire, 9 points. But Iriefin was slow to get up there. Williams took advantage.
saw her lap up a little gimpy, and then at the end of the game, we got hit in the face. Seems to be okay right now, although she did give up that position down in the paint defensively on that last play. Sitting in that zone, and it's tough. They gotta keep moving them.
That's nice ball movement. Austin pays it off.
Yeah, they got it to the second side and then got it back, relocating right in front of the rim to finish.
Now, Washington did overcome a double-digit deficit in the win at Toronto. They trailed in that game by 11 in the second quarter. The find from Williams to Engsler.
Oh man, what a nice hook pass, if you will. Put the flip of the wrist on activity downstairs to Engsler. Nicely executed by the Fire on that.
Prosper lost her balance. Gets back on the feet.
Well, if the Fire is going quarter.
Bet's too hot to handle.
Just got to send it right in. A bounce pass at the top right there is tough.
Out to Booner, three-pointer.
Knocking in these threes, and that is something that Washington can ill afford. They're 5th best in the WNBA. You got to honor that.
Austin finds the space.
She sliced herself right in between 2 defenders here. Austin did a great job there of continuing to attack.
Booner, short range, no. Austin grabs it. 10 three-pointers in the first meeting. That's a season high. Prosper, baseline. Out to Austin, 3. And a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Georgia Amor.
Well, too bad on that play that ends up in a foul, because Sonia Citron was on the weak side corner and Cass Prosper was walled up with 2 players. She was wide open here. And
turn of events for the Mystics.
And here's the Iverson action that Portland likes to run, the little double screen off those elbows. They try to get downhill with it.
Booner, top of the key, 3 of 3. You got to keep a hand on it.
But it's that action, right? If they're going to run that drop coverage right there has to be the gap.
The whip out to Prosper, corner. Triple goes down.
A nice ball reversal there for that triple try by Cass Prosper. Another floor stretcher for the Mystics in that force.
Extra pass finds Barker spotting up in the corner, and it is raining threes by the Fire. Austin trailing the play, may have gotten away with the travel, fell off the rim. Austin trailing the play, may have gotten away with the travel, fell off the rim, punched out of bounds.
Allowed Portland to make 7 threes. They averaged 9 made threes for a whole game, and they've made 7 at this juncture.
Nadia Opach misfires on the triple. Get things going offensively. Where do they start?
Getting the ball inside.
Oh, a beautiful assist. It's like they hear you every time.
I didn't want to run over your play call, but that's exactly what they needed to do. Go right into the paint, where they have been highly effective and efficient all season.
Oblak right down the lane. Mystics catching a break.
She tried to get that out of her hands quickly because Lauren Betts was right there in the weeds.
Nadia Opach picking up the foul. It's her first, team second of the quarter. Game.
Trying to move that zone around. Get it to the second side. Shakira trying to put some pressure on that lane line.
Catch and shoot. That's Geisel Suter, who has played sparingly over the last 8 games. Foul on Oblak.
Yeah, that off arm got right into Floreth. There's a discussion for the ball, but she was trying to catch it in place there. A little zig and a zag.
Geisel Suter stop and pop off the heel. The thing Johnson said about his team is they're always learning, always growing. They want to know more as Austin gets right to the block, spinning in the lane and 2.
I like the patience there by Washington. I was going to say at the beginning of the possession, they were coming down to the paint. They want to play inside out, and that's how they're going to continue to claw back into this game. The high percentage shots.
That time, Floreth going to get tabbed with the foul.
Create that space, put it on the floor as a big guard. That shot is in her wheelhouse for sure.
Engsler had the advantage. Washington has numbers. Austin in front, and a foul.
Well, good job there by Austin to contest late on that triple and then get up the floor and put pressure on the rim. This
will be the first free throws in the quarter for the Mystics. 5 of 7 so far, and even with the frequency with which they get to the line, the percentage not where.
If you can get players in foul trouble, that can pay dividends too moving forward in the game. So right now they've been able to get to the line several times, but again, to your point,
Portland in foul trouble the last time. 3 players fouled out in that 4 overtime contest. Williams the beneficiary.
Yeah, the split action there was really tough for Washington to guard. You got to be able to move on that slip. At the same time they're going, you got to be in action and getting that way.
Flora 3-pointer around and out. Prosper to Betts. Austin tripped up.
Yeah, but just going back to how Portland's offense is structured, as Shakira is taking some time here to get up and hopefully actions off of that. In Washington, they need to communicate a lot better in the quarter court on the defensive side.
Prosper 3, well short. Citron battling, throws it up at the buzzer, and a foul called.